ask people from your environment if they are doing something that they really like and that really suits them. How many people will be able to give a positive answer to this question? One of these people is Patrick Evers, the founder of the educational platform Maven. Patrick believes that he was able to find exactly the occupation that suits him best, and understanding his so-called themes of life played a big role in this. Not everyone can find the business that suits him, at least because we don't know what exactly needs to be done to determine it. So, now you will learn the advice of Patrick Evers on how to find the very topics of life and how to use them to determine for yourself the business of your dreams. First, you need to understand what the themes of life are. Topics of life are the simplest things that describe your personality, describe your life, and describe your life in the most obviously and fundamental way. But the main problem is that the more we are busy with our lives, the harder it becomes for us to filter out and not pay attention to all unnecessary noise that is present around us. And for this, there is one simple but at the same time a very effective exercise that will help you find the most important topics of life. The exercise includes 6 steps. The first step: you need to determine what you like and what you don't like to do. To do this, take an ordinary piece of paper, draw a line in the middle. On the left, write all the things that you have done recently and that you like it to do. On the right, write things that you didn't like. You can consider any period of a month, 6 months, a year. You can remember your own life. There are no restrictions. And after that, write down everything that just comes to your mind. Don't discard the memories that will come to your mind. Asking yourself a similar question, you will be able to determine for yourself some moments. Writing down the answers on the left side, you will be able to understand what things or what activity gave you a feeling of extra energy, what work was given to you very easy and with pleasure, what events caused you a pleasant excitement, what you wanted to share with other people. When you list all those things that you didn't like and write down on the right side, you will be able to understand what you were constantly trying to postpone for later, what main difficulties you had faced to finish the work, what things you tried to forget as soon as possible after their completion, from what kind of work you always tried to refuse in all possible ways. Write everything that just comes to your mind. Don't discard anything, don't reflect on the recorded things, and don't criticize them. The second step is to determine what you are doing well and what is bad. Here the principle is exactly the same as the first step. You take a piece of paper and draw a line. On the left, you write things that you do well, and on the right, that are bad. In order to understand what to write on the left, ask yourself the following questions. What results I'm most proud of? What achievements would I like to share with other people? And what kind of work brought me real benefits? According to the same principle, you write what you are not doing well. The first step is to identify your strengths and weaknesses. As you probably already understood, we take a piece of paper, draw a line, write strengths on the left and weaknesses on the right. Strengths include your character traits, your abilities and skills, talents, obvious advantages among other people, the availability of resources and connections that can help you, some qualities that most people don't have, and so on. Weaknesses are your obvious shortcomings. These are the things that you criticize yourself for. This is what other people don't like about you, and so on. Now, you have identified for yourself those things that you like and dislike, have determined what you are doing well and what is not very well, and have also identified strengths and weaknesses for yourself. It's time to go to the analysis of everything recorded. The fourth step is to analyze and supplement your ideas. Look at everything you have written. If some new ideas come to you, then add them. If you realize that some conclusions were hasty, then delete them from the list. This exercise will help you realize what things have always brought you pleasure and in what work you were really good. Here you will not learn anything supernatural, things that you didn't know before, but you will clearly find out what was hidden at the level of your subconscious. But if you want to get an even greater effect from everything done, do the following 2 small steps. The fifth step, find your topics. After your lists are fully formed, supplemented and corrected, group all the items into several common topics. For example, among all things that you have written, you must like to organize some events, make up shopping list, come up with various contents, and at the same time you understand that you absolutely don't like sedentary and painstaking work with some documents. All these things can be grouped into one general topic that will relate, for example, to organization skills. Make a similar grouping for each thing. As soon as you highlight a few similar topics, this will be the very topics of your life. The sixth step is to identify the most important topics. If you have identified several topics for yourself, then highlight those that have the greatest meaning and that have the greatest impact on your life. Consider these topics from the point of view of self-realization, satisfaction, and happiness. If your highlighted topics are suitable for who you really are, if you're most comfortable with them, it means that these are the most important topics of life. After you finish this exercise, you will get clarity about what exactly gives you energy, what you like to do the most, and what makes you really happy. Data of the exercises shared by Patrick Evers are useful for absolutely everyone to perform, regardless of what they do, because it will help to correlate your activities with core values and increase satisfaction from life.